It's in the stars.
Yeah, it's in the stars. It's not even me saying this. This is what this says, man. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I think, I think astrology is like. Have you ever done like the ENFP, like Myers-Briggs?
Yeah, the personality test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did it once, but I was like, man, these people don't know. I'm always like, I always have not trust issues. I don't know if that's the right.
Just healthy skepticism.
Yeah. I just always have. I'm gonna like question something first. You know what I'm saying, and then deal with it. But yeah, I've always had like those skepticisms about like the personality test. I'm like, these people don't know me, because it's the same thing with like. I almost feel the same way about like therapy sometimes. Like, you go to a psychologist, and I'm like, why would I go? Like, I understand it could be important, like just to spill out what you have inside and all that. But I'm like, this person. I think that's what it's used for, really. But like, I always think like the person that I'm talking to doesn't really know me. You know what I'm saying? So they're making a lot of generalizations, and like I always have. That's another thing where I have like kind of skepticism.
Skepticism.
Yeah, skepticism.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. If there is a very preachy therapist or life coach where they're just feeding me advice, I don't get as much out of that.
Yeah.
If they're just a sounding board, if they ask really good questions, if they help me think about things that I haven't considered, it's basically like what they can draw out of me.
Yeah.
Is more the benefit than like them telling me, like slapping a label on my forehead and prescribing me some drugs. Like I'm not into that kind of thing at all.
Yeah.
But if they can help me work on myself, if it's like a teammate or a consultant that I'm hiring to like improve this product, great.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you too, when did you, kind of harken back to the question you asked me about ideas, like when do you think that you get your best ideas?
Yeah, man. So I a couple times. So, it's cliche, but my shower.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing in my life, but I've always had a window in my shower.
Okay, yeah.
So even when I was living in Costa Rica, like the little room that they put me in, like the shower still had a window in it. It's just this weird thing that's followed me through life. But I will sit in the shower probably longer than I need to.
Yeah.
And look out the window, and it's basically like my mind is free to think about whatever I want to think about. Nothing's encumbering me. There's something comforting about the shower, like the water hitting me. So the shower's really awesome. Exercise is huge for me too. Yeah. So exercising without music.
Without music, wow.
Being in my own head while my body is occupying like a certain percentage of my focus. Yeah. Right. So like, I have to focus on running and not like tripping or turning my ankle or something. For like 40% of my brain, and that liberates the other 60% to just be vibing. Things can come in. I've definitely like stopped mid-run to pull out my phone and jot something down. It for me, I have to be doing other stuff. Yeah. In order for like brainstorming or ideas or problem solving to happen. It's like occupying myself in a conversation, an activity, a project, and then just kind of subconsciously. Yeah. It seeps in.
What's interesting too, now that you say that, I be sometimes it's weird. I have this weird thing where like right before I fall asleep, ideas come through. Like literally right, like when I'm in that dizzy phase where I'm like, all right, man, I feel it coming. Right then, like sometimes good ideas come through, and like I'll have to like wake up and write it down. That's
shit, I'm not sleeping.
yeah.
All this energy.
Right. So I mean, I don't know that I just thought about that, but that's kind of like I always find that weird about myself. Like right before I'm like dozing off, like an idea comes. I'm like, wow, that's like the craziest thing. I don't know why I don't think about that when I'm awake.
It's almost like it's a state of exhaustion and like relaxing and maybe not being your usual like anxious state or depressed state or whatever. You're just kind of like being. Yeah.
And to your point, like sometimes I also find like if I just take an hour just to think, like just to like don't just think about this one thing that you're trying to accomplish, I get so much done in that hour just thinking about it. But you gotta think most of the time people don't. You're just nonstop going all the time. Work, driving home, whatever it might be, that you don't really get that time. It's music, it's noise, it's kids, it's whatever it might be. But like I noticed that too. Sometimes I come up with my best ideas. I'm like, man, I just need to think more. Like just take the time to think about it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think setting aside time for that, like blocking it off on the calendar, is really important.
Yeah.
And then also building in space and time just to, throw the AirPods in, listen to jazz, and shoot around.
Yeah, yeah.
There's incredible benefit to that. And we have the Gary Vee events this week and everything.
Yeah.
Gary Vee's big thing is like work. Sun up, sun down, you're working.
Right.
And I have consumed a ton of his content. He's inspired me and helped me in a lot of ways. That's one area I disagree. I think having a degree of balance in your life enhances everything that you do.
Yeah.
If you go all the way in on one thing and burn out on it, or aren't fully energized and motivated and equipped to be able to do that work, it's going to be a lower quality product even if you put more time in.